Well, hello. Hi, everyone. I'm on. Well, it's 4:01, so I wanted to come on. I wasn't able to come on last night because I had problems with my phone. And thank you, Lord, I got it straightened out. Thank you, Cindy, from Cindy's Creations. Let's fix this little necklace. And so we're going to be doing some flowers out of egg cartons. So what we're going to do, I have some already done, but I'm going to show you what I did. I cut an egg carton. I just cut out some, and before I go any further, I want to thank you all for joining me today, and also any silent viewers, welcome. And if you're new to my page, tell me where you're from. And also too, right now, if you happen to come on and I'm not live, if you could just hit hashtag replay, and I would like to thank you for joining my crafting room. Crafting with Grace and Sunflowers in Grace's Crafting Room. And let me see. I hope you're all having a good day. Also, down at the corner, down by the comments, if you could just hit the little arrow and send out sunflower seeds, I would really appreciate that. So anyway, we're going to start. I have an egg carton. I already did some. So I'm just going to cut this apart. It's amazing what you could do with repurpose, upcycle things. So, no one's on yet, but I'm going to still work. My hand, I noticed my hand's a little sore today, like achy. Like I bruised it. I'm thinking, is it from cutting out egg cartons, or is it a new pair of shears I bought for trimming my pine cones? Either way, I think I'll make it. But I thank you all for joining me. I have a couple events coming up this week. I have one Friday night with the Creative Crafters Assemble. And then Saturday, we're having our big, not tomorrow, but next Saturday, the 22nd, we're having our big event with the Crazy Crafting Crew, where we get to sell our stuff. So I'm not sure what time I'll be on yet. Lisa will be sending out our flyer, and I'll be posting it on my page. Hello there, whoever you are, welcome. And so I'll be selling we're all going to be selling our stuff. We'll have an hour, and I have a lot of amazing little things I want to sell. So stay tuned for that, guys. So I took an egg carton, and I cut out a section. Now I'm going to trim it up, make it a little flower. Just trim it up a little bit. So I'm going to cut it like in eight sections. So I'm going to start with 4. Let me show you what I did. So I started with a 4. Now I'm going to cut it again. So it'll be 8 sections. Also, everyone, I also have a YouTube channel. So if you go over to YouTube, you get to see all my videos. I try to download every one I've ever done. So now I have 8 little sections. So now we're going to cut out little blooms. Little petals, I should say, not blooms. So I'm just going to do one to show you what I did. I hope everyone's had a good day. Nice here in Pennsylvania. Tomorrow I'm going to a craft show with my girlfriend in New Jersey. Hey, Donna. How are you doing, Donna? How's my Donna feeling? You feeling any better this afternoon? Donna, we're making flowers out of egg cartons. Flowers, and we're also using some dry clay. So I'm just showing everyone how I did this. See how I did each one? I'm going right around. I was going to do my live last night, but I don't know. I had some reason I had a problem with my phone with Facebook. I had to delete my Facebook and then reinstall it. And it worked. Cindy from Cindy's Creations told me to try that. And it worked. Thank you, Lord. I thought, what am I going to do? What is this? Then I had problems with I'm still having problems with my email. And I'm going to play around with that later. So I don't know. Like I can't I don't know what. I got logged out somehow. Okay. So I cut out the egg carton and just flatten it out a little bit. I'm going to take this and put this into the trash here. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint this up. Because when I get done with this, it's going to look like porcelain, like a porcelain petals. It's really pretty. So let me go ahead and paint this up real quick. I painted it. I gave it 2 coats of paint. And then after it dried, I went over it again with some Mod Podge gloss, luster Mod Podge, to give it that nice shine. Now I'll make my own glue, you know, our school glue for regular, but with the Mod Podge, I want shiny. I'll use the good Mod Podge. And I'm sure there's some other brands out there that you can use. So I'm going to a craft show tomorrow, Donna, with my friend in New Jersey. She wants me to come over. She asked me a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to go see her. We'll go out to lunch. And then I'll get to stop and see my uncle. Hey, Tiffany, welcome. Here with Grace and Sunflowers. And we are making a flower out of egg carton. What I did is I took an egg carton and cut a section out. And then I trimmed it up and did 8 sections. So I did 4 sections. Then I went back and cut those sections apart. So I did that twice. So coat it twice and let it dry. Okay. So I'm going to sit this aside. Because I'm not going to have you sit and watch me do this a long time. But you'll be able to see. Let me just wipe my fingers off. I've been looking forward to coming down here and working on this craft. Okay. Put this aside. Okay. Now we're going to make this glue I have. This glue I got at Hobby Lobby is Crayola air dry clay. So I took some. I'm just going to show you a little bit what I did for people that have never seen it done before. So I took a little ball. Oh, really? That is so nice, Donna. That is really nice. Hello, Diane. Welcome. So we're making a little flower. So I took a little bit of clay. Now, I took some and I added some, oh yeah, she'll learn a lot from him. I took the clay and I added some yellow to it and worked it in, which I already did some already. Then I rolled it in a ball. It's a little cool in my basement, so it takes a while. Then I flattened it out a little bit, because this is going to be the middle of my flower. Yes, Donna, you want to take it easy. So just take anything pointy. It don't have to be. This is a little squirrel. You could use anything. And I just did, put a whole bunch of little, poked it. Can you see that? Can you guys see that? The little holes I put in there? I just did holes all over it. Now I had to let this dry overnight. Because, well, down here, it took a while because it's cooler down in my basement. So I put all these little holes. Let me set this aside. Then when I got done, now the first batch, I added some yellow paint to it. So when I got done, I got this little, but I didn't flatten these first ones. But the next batch, I will flatten them. And here's someone I went over and painted it yellow. So after the little petals dried, they came out like this. They almost look like they're porcelain. I don't know if you can see it okay. They almost look like they're porcelain. So you really can't bend them down. Hello, Linda, welcome. You really can't bend them down now because they will break. So then, what I did is, I took the petal, I put a little bit of, I'm using clear gel tacky glue, put a little bit of this on the side. This is more of a permanent hold. Then I'm going to use some hot glue. So always put your permanent stuff down first, then your hot glue. So I'm going to go ahead and use, well, I'm going to use the other one because I'm going to show you what else I did. I'm going to put this right in here. Hold that for a second. Now see how that looks? Can you see that? Now I'm going to go over this with a little bit of yellow to really make it stand out. Because I didn't think it was yellow enough. But you know what? You could do any color you want. You could do pink, you could do blue, whatever color you want. The same with the flowers. You could do these any color you want. But by using the Mod Podge gloss, it just gives it a nice little shine. And it makes it look like it's porcelain. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a dab of some of this. I'm going to go over it with a little yellow paint. And the paint I'm using is just a little yellow from Apple Barrel. And I'm just going to go over this. Oop, see, it wasn't dry yet. Let me put a little bit more hot glue in there. Might have been because it was mixed. Let me see what's going on. Let me hold that in there. It's really chilly down in my basement. So I'm just going to go around here a little bit and paint it. And as I said, you could paint any color you want. You could put you could buy clay that's already colored. You can put a little bit of paint, which I use acrylic paint. Can you see that okay? Now I'm going to put the lid back on here. Put this to the side. Now something else I did, which I'm going to sit this aside, let this dry. Here's another one I did. It's already dried clear. See how shiny? I don't know if you can see the shine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this little one I have here. But before I do that, I'm going to take, let me see what I did with it. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of rub and buff. Hey there, Michelle. How are you doing? I am making flowers, Michelle, out of cardboard. I cut the cardboard apart, the little sections. And there's little strings. I cut them in 8 sections. And it's still a little wet, make my fingers stick to it. So now I'm going to take, I'm using a like a t-shirt. And I'm just going to put a little bit on there. And I probably should have done it first, but it's your preference, whatever you want to do. Hey, Dawn, welcome. Thank you, Dawn, for sprinkling. So I'm just going to go around. And you could use any color rub and buff you want. There's silver. It depends on what you're doing. So I didn't do this the first time. After I put all the little centers inside, I thought, oh, let me put some rub and buff on there. Hello, Tanner Jennings. Jennings. There's somebody named Jennings. I've heard of that name. Welcome. Tanner Jennings. I'm sure you have people say that to you all the time. So see how I just put that in there and just rub it in, rub and buff. Can you see that? Hello, Renee. Welcome. You made tulips? Isn't that cool? So these are sort of like a tulip, or almost look like magnolia, or they could have been, I thought of daisies. But I like how this is coming out. So I'm going to put, so I did that, put that rub and buff on there. So I'm going to put a little bit of this tacky glue on the side. But as I said, it's a little chilly down in my basement. Thank you. Put that on there. Now I'm going to take one that I had painted. So I'm going to set this aside. Now I'm going to show you what I did next. I wanted to do something. I didn't want to just do flowers. I wanted to make something with them. You could put these on. You could do some kind of painting and attach them on the painting. I took a jar, just any kind of jar. I had some like the green moss I got from Temu. Then I had some Spanish moss. So I put that in there. So what we're going to do next, I cut some jute. So I'm just going to wrap this around and put a little glue on there. And wrap this around. So I don't want to just have a plain jar. I want it to be kind of pretty. So I kind of did this last night. It would look pretty on a cardboard. See, that's something somebody could do. Put it on a cardboard wreath. I have a couple ideas that I want to do, like I have a bunny that I'm going to do. I have a couple bunnies, one with clay, and they're going to be tall. But I need to get more clay because I don't think I'm going to have enough clay. Or I guess I could try what I have here. So just go around and around. Anybody can do this. I've did this before, but this doesn't take long. Just go around and around. Now I did this last night, pre-cut it. But then when I went to go live, I couldn't go live. So I'm just going to snip this. Put a little glue there to hold it. Now I have a little lace that I cut out last night. And I thought that would be pretty. So I'm going to go around. I'm going to put a little glue on here. This is already pre-cut. So I'm just going to go. Let me see which way do I want it. I think I want to go I'm going to go like this. I'm just going to go around here. Wait a minute, guys. Let me put it on and I'll show you. You could use any kind of lace. You could do whatever you want to do. I just thought it would look a little prettier than just having the jupe. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim this little piece. I need to invest in a good pair of little scissors. Let me show you what I did. See how I went around the jar? And you know what will look pretty? I have some molds. And I made some little flowers. Let me get a hold of this little thing. It's stuck in here. Okay. I have some little roses that I had done. Can you see those? Hey, Tanya, how you doing? How's my Tanya? I'm just going to put this little rose on there just to make it look pretty. Put a little bit of this tacky glue. Okay, put the lid back on it so I don't lose it. And a little bit of hot glue for a temporary hold, just in case. I'm just covering that seam with this. See how I did that little jar? So now we're going to take, I went out in my yard. I love going out in my yard and getting sticks. So many things you could do with sticks. So I'm just going to, you know what, I think I'm going to break, let me put the lid on this clay here. I'm going to break this stick off the end, if I can. Let me see if I have my little trimmers here. I have my little wire cutters. I just bought a bunch of wire cutters. And I don't know what I did with them. Let me just break that. There we go. I could just break that right off of there. You know, you could take these sticks if you wanted to. You could spray paint them. I did that before. You could spray paint them white or any color you like. So I got different sticks. I got like, I think 4 of them I got out of my yard. And I'm just going to stick them right in here. They don't have to be perfect. Let me break that off. These came from an oak tree. And it might be a good idea maybe to put the moss in last, but I'm just going to do this. Just stick these right in here. When I look at these, I think of the things on deer. Antlers, that's what they're called, antlers. Hey, Amy. So, just want them to stick in here. And you may be able to glue these in. Now, I haven't did this yet, so this is like a learning thing. So now, I'm just going to take some of these little flowers I made, and I'm going to glue them on here. And use a little hot glue. Hold that there for a minute. Now, I hope it works. I hope I don't turn my head and they all fall off. So I'm just going to hold that there for a minute. And I thought too, maybe you could use a little wood glue. I don't know how that would work because it is wood. And the egg carton, I'm sure, is made for, it's from paper, so it would probably work too. So I'm just going to go around and do a couple here and there. They have little things you can buy, but they're a little pricey that you can keep your glues in upside down. So when you're working with them. Hold that one there for a minute. Can you see where we're going here, guys? Just hold that there for a minute so the glue will harden. But this will make a pretty arrangement to put on you know, when you anywhere, on a table. You walk into your house on like a buffet. What do they call those tables when you walk into your house? This one's really pretty. It's kind of broken like, but it's just really pretty. Put a little glue, one on each side, and put some hot glue in the middle. Let's hold that there for a minute. Oops, that fell off. Oops, it even lost its little egg. Put another. This is like the home videos. Things not to do in the home videos. Okay, let me try that again. Let me just hold it there for a second. How's my beautiful Tanya doing? Tanya, come in on your business page. I just realized that anyone, if you have a business page, come in on your business page. And everyone give my friends a follow. Okay, let me see. That's on so far. Let me take another one. I'm just going to do a couple sporadically. And then we can, when they dry, then I can go back and do more. Try to put it in the way. Put it there where it's going to be touching. So is everyone ready for spring? I know I'm ready for spring. Okay, it's not, this is not a herring. Gotta hold that for a minute, let it adhere. Okay, we have a couple more to do. So I'm not going to sit and bore you doing 100. Well, I only had about 10. See, I think of magnolia a little bit when I look at these. Then I think of dogwood's also a pretty tree. Very pretty tree. And you could use any vase you want. You can even put these flowers on a picture. Like if you have you might do a decoupage napkin or print. And you can make an arrangement and paint on the little. Yes, that's an idea too. I did bring some eggs down. I think I did. So let me just turn this around. Just a couple more to do. I think they're pretty. Then you can rearrange your sticks any way you want to. And if anybody comes on, if I miss your comment, I always go back and look at my video. Just thank everyone for joining me today, and I thank you all for joining me. But if I miss you, I can acknowledge you. Leah's on here. I can't reach her right now. Hello, Leah. Welcome. So if you have any ideas, guys, I also have a group page called, I can't even remember the name of my group page. I will find it, and I should need to post it on my page. Leah, hello, Leah. Welcome. Leah, come in under your business page. But that's your business page, right? You go by that? I think I'm going to put one up here. Oop, I did not get off. Thank God. Hey there, June. There's my June. Hey, June, I noticed. I think this has happened to you a couple times. And I've seen it happen to other people when they were in an event. You're almost done your live, and then it stops. And I don't know why it's doing that to you, because you turn off you are in control of what you're doing. Let me put this right here. Hold that there for a minute. Let me see how that's going to work. But I've seen it happen before. When somebody's in an event, they have an hour, so it automatically goes to the next person. But you're doing your own thing in the morning, so I do not understand why that happens. Okay, let me see. Alrighty, let me see. Let me try to turn this around. I got some little string. You could add more to it if you want. Can you see that? I feel like I got antlers in my hands. And I put the little flower there where I joined the ribbon. And then you could add more. I do have another one I can add. Actually, I have 3 more that I will do after my live. And I think I'll secure the little flowers better. Maybe put a little glue on them. Or you could even put some stones in the bottom of your glass and put your moss. You could just use your imagination. Just go with it, whatever you want to do. And just hold them in there. So what I might do is take these back out, put some glue, stick the sticks in. Or that'd be cute to do some, I haven't tried it yet, the resin. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. So just trying to get these sticks to stay, because they're a little bit top heavy. So I think just to put a little bit of glue in there, which I'll do, and just stick them like in the middle. Or you know what you could do? You could even take some, the air dried clay, that's what I'm trying to say. Put some of that in the bottom, stick your sticks in there, then they will not come out. Thank you, June. So they're a little bit flimsy right now because they're a little top heavy, but that's what I did today. That's my craft that I was going to do last night. I think it's really pretty, and you can use your imagination. You can paint your sticks. You want to do them a different color. Am I an event today? No, this is my Thursday nights. I go live Thursday nights at 6 o'clock Eastern time on my own. And last night I could not get my video to go on. My phone was acting up. Hey Sheila, welcome. So I thought, well, today I'm going to do it. I usually do go live once a week, sometimes more on my own, and sometimes I'm in an event. Friday night I'm in, not this Friday, but next Friday I'm in the Creative Crafters Assemble. I believe at 6 o'clock. And then Saturday, the Crazy Crafting Crew's having their big, what do you call that? Small Business Saturday, where we're all going to be able to sell our stuff. So I think this looks pretty. I get these straightened out and just put them here. They look really pretty. So this is all I have for today. I do have other crafts I'm going to be working on. I can't wait to, I got 2 things I got in my mind I want to work on for Easter. And so everyone give my friends a follow. Leah McBee, she's a cook and she's a creator. So give her a follow. And you all have a great day. Give you some hearts. It's funny, I was watching one of my friends. She was doing something. I can't remember. Was it Lisa last night? Crazy Mom Creation. And she had her thumb up. She was cutting something. Her thumb was up. Then the hearts went up. Or the thumbs went up. And let me see. See if that's going to work. Yay! So, I'm going to leave you all with this. To trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean on not your own understanding. You know, it's hard sometimes when you're going through things. I have a couple things going on in my life with some family members. And I'm putting all my faith and my trust in the Lord. And giving it to Him. But lead on not your own understanding. Acknowledge Him in all your ways, and He will lead your path straight. So I just want to thank you all. God bless you all. Have a great weekend. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye now. And I'll post a picture later. And anything I do extra, I'll let you know. Thank you. Bye-bye now.